All right. I think we are live and good to go. So I'm going to switch over to the gaming stream layout and get everything loaded up here. I'm going to have to test my sound settings. Okay, you guys should be able to hear the game audio now. I'm going to boost it up a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud. I dropped the in-game settings down for a little bit. I have it about 50-ish%. I think it's going to get louder once stuff starts actually happening on screen. Wazzy says, who you going to main? Raku. Well, that's what we're going to find out today. We're going to go through the entire cast and see exactly who looks good. Mega Milk says, I'll be lurking, but Muhayo. Hey, Milk. Welcome to the stream. Okay. A bit loud on the game audio. I think my mic might be up a little bit. It's getting in the yellow. I'm going to drop that down just a hair. Alright, how's that with the game audio and the mic audio? If I lean a little bit closer, it's going to be loud, so I'm going to sit back a bit. Alright, audio's at about 50. Yeah, let me know how the balance between the mic audio and the game audio sounds. If I need to drop anything, let me know. I had to change my regular mic settings for something last night, so I'll be adjusting again on the fly. Alright, let's see. I'll keep an eye on the sound readout as well.
Training.
Alright, what I want to do for at least this stream today, since again today's my first time touching this game at all. I've been following its development a bit, but I've never played it before today. What I want to do is go through the entire cast of characters here, see how they play, see how the game mechanics compare and feel. And then by the end of it, I'll pick a main to practice with, and we'll see how much time we've got left. Maybe I'll go do some AI or online matches. We'll start with the poster boy,
SpongeBob.
Mr. SquarePants.
Ren and Stimpy. Select your arena.
Wazzy says Toph. Now, if I was going based on characters I like from different series, I'd probably main Toph out of principle because she's my favorite character from Avatar. I have seen the way she plays, and she looks really strong. But I want to take a look at everybody first. Okay. So like you probably heard people talking about, for this particular game, Nick All-Star Brawl is very heavily inspired by Smash Brothers. Some people are calling it a clone, but gameplay-wise, it is not an identical copy of Smash. It functions the same way, and that's a platform fighter, multiplayer. A lot of the mechanics are similar, but the game devs have kind of tweaked things a bit for this one. And that's what we're going to kind of look at today. And I'm playing this on a PS2 controller, or PS5 controller. So my reference to the buttons is going to be relative to using a PlayStation controller just for here. Basic walking movements with the D-pad or analog stick. That's pretty standard. There are 3 buttons on this particular, well, technically 4. There's 4 buttons on this fighter, which is a little bit different from Smash Brothers, which is technically, for inputs, 3 buttons. It was special and Smash for Smash Brothers, which I haven't played in a bit. But in All-Star Brawl, you have special, which is square on this controller. And for SpongeBob, he launches bubble. If you hit down and special, you get this long-reaching biting smash. And up special is his recovery. You have light attacks, which replace tilts, essentially. There are no tilt inputs in this game, unlike Smash. And you can do light attacks out of pretty much any type of movement. Standing is a slap. Down is this sort of dust sweeping motion. Up is a swift boot to the head. And you can do attacks out of dashes as well. By double tapping, you get dash movement. You can do specials out of dash. You can do lights out of dash. And I think there's a way to dash cancel. Wazzy says, I don't know if I'm crazy about the stylization of characters here. Ren looks like hot garbage. This game was made on a seriously small budget. I don't think Nickelodeon necessarily knew how much money to throw at a project like this, since they've never really done anything like this. The devs that worked on this come from fighting games and have worked on other pretty noteworthy and popular indie games. I think Slap City was one. But all the characters here are translated. We'll get close so you can see. All of the cast of the characters are translated into 3D. And that includes drawn 2D characters like Ren and Stimpy. Some of them look better than others, and the animations on their moves look like they're a little more polished than others. SpongeBob is kind of the poster boy for the marketing on this game, and a lot of his moves and animations and whatnot look pretty clean. Overall, I think the presentation of this game is pretty average visually. The music is okay. I've heard a couple themes, and they're not horrible. They're not outstanding in any way. But the fact that this game was even created is pretty surprising. And a lot of people are talking about it because it was getting press up until it was released this week. So it's my hope that if enough people buy it and it gets popular, they'll continue to improve it. They're working on DLC and additional characters and looking at patching voice acting into the game. Right now there's no voice acting, which is a little weird. It's just sound effects and music. But the gameplay, from what I've seen and what I've felt so far just tinkering around briefly, the game feels good. It's responsive, it's fast, and it's pretty smooth. The visuals could be cleaned up, I think. The animations could be cleaned up a bit. But considering this has no right to be decent at all, considering just what it is, I think that's noteworthy. But what we'll do is I'll break down how I understand the gameplay, and I'll kind of compare it to the differences between this one and obviously Smash Brothers is the easiest comparison here. But we'll see Ren and Stimpy in action when I cycle to them in the list here. I think they animate a little bit better than when they're just in idle pose standing around. If we go back to our inputs, again, special, light, and light is X on PlayStation. Circle is heavy. This is essentially your smash attack. And there aren't directional inputs for the different attacks. Like, there's no flick for smash. It's just standing, down, which is down smashes the imagination rainbow. Up smashes the glove hand. So if you were the type of person who wasn't good at tilts or smash inputs, like side smashes, down smashes, up smashes, then that's gone here. It's just directional input now. And you can use all manner of attacks in the air. Jump is triangle, which is in kind of a weird spot. For some reason, you can't map up on the D-pad or analog to jump, which I wish you could. Hopefully they give you the ability to customize that later. But for SpongeBob, all of his strong attacks function the same way as when they're grounded, except for his down strong, which is the kind of axe kick, which functions like a spike. Wazzy says, Sora for Nickelodeon All-Stars. The character that I really want in DLC, since the entire roster has been included with the full release, obviously, the character I really want is Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. Back when I was a wee larva on Homeworld, I watched a lot of the classic Nicktoons shows way back in the day, and Rocco's Modern Life was one of my favorites. I liked Rocco more than Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was something I would have appreciated a bit more if I was older when I was it was on TV. It also didn't help that Ren and Stimpy was banned in my house. My parents saw one episode, and we weren't allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy. Wazzy says, yay, dumb baby easy smash. I think the fact that they took out the directional inputs for the attacks is good, because it means they could take that sort of complexity and they can roll it into other things here. So if we look at the rest of the mechanics, and I'll talk about more of my history with some of these characters as we sort of proceed, but if we look at the rest of the features and input stuff, R2 is block, and if we hit R2 in a direction plus jump, we get dash. And I believe this has invincibility windows, which is why a character flashes. We'll test that later. But it allows you to evade, and I can't do it too well, but you can wave dash as well. You can do chain dashes on the ground for quick mobility. Basically, I think it's just dash input plus down, and then you spam the dash input, and you can move really quickly. R1 is grab, just like regular Smash. You have grab and you can toss. I don't think there's directional grabs in this. If I hit down, yeah, you can either toss them to the left or right. One kind of unique feature that I was interested to learn about that I've never seen in a game like this is strafe mode. And if you hold L2 on PlayStation and move, your character stays facing the same direction. In other words, they don't turn around. If I don't hold the button and I hit right or left, SpongeBob will turn and run in that direction. But let's say I wanted to do certain attacks that face a certain direction or come out in a certain direction. By holding L2, I can stay in that direction and my attacks won't flip around in midair, which is what happens if you don't hold it. And that's really interesting because I haven't seen a feature like that in a platform fighter like this. It makes sense because not every character's aerial moves are going, or even grounded moves, are going to come out the same way no matter which direction you're facing. So the fact that you have control over your direction with strafe gives a lot of possibilities for deliberate combos and attacks. And I do like that. It's going to take some getting used to, but I think it's a cool idea, and it makes it kind of unique compared to Smash, because Smash doesn't do that. Perfect. You have ledge recovery. SpongeBob's up special is was that helicopter? Useful for getting back on the platform. There's air dashes, which is R2 plus jump in the air plus a direction. You can do 4 dashes. You can back dash by holding strafe. In other words, you're facing towards the opponent and you hit side dash, you won't spin around, you just dash backwards, which is pretty interesting. And I don't think there's a down dash. I thought there was one straight down, but you can use down, diagonal, forward, or backwards, plus the dash input, R2, and triangle. and you'll do a fast dash at an angle. That's also interesting. The input's kind of specific. Yeah. That's going to be worth playing with as well. If you want to get down to the ground faster, you can use... Oh, maybe I don't need to do an input. Yeah, it's just block and a direction. There you go. This is blocking down. This is blocking an angle.
Oh, what a hit!
I believe you can do attacks out of that as well. The directional control and mobility in this game is pretty interesting. I will say, compared to Smash Ultimate, this one feels relatively quick. From what I've read, it's similar to Melee in that regard. I didn't play Melee. I didn't have a GameCube when that game was popular. The overall mobility and options is interesting. And SpongeBob as a character he's fairly speedy. He has a good walk speed, his moves are relatively quick. Again, he's the poster boy for the game, so he seems the most polished so far. But his tools seem pretty standard. Doesn't look like there's any specific gimmicks that are too unusual. You can use things like his projectile to interrupt enemies. I'm assuming his down special can be used for ledge control. It could be charged. Oh hey, Penguin Party. How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Welcome to the Nick All-Stars Brawl first look stream.
Perfect!
Yeah, if you charge the down special, it does go out a ways over the edge of the platform. I bet if you time that, you can use it to control people are trying to recover. Penguin says, good, today's my day off. Oh, that's good. Hope you're having a restful day off. Away from the job. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next cast member. Again, SpongeBob's pretty functional. Seems like a good place for a beginner to start. Penguin says not really had a lot of homework. Well, the time away from the job should still be better than nothing, I suppose. Wazzy asks, are the controls janky at all? The controls feel really fluid. I was really concerned that the movement of the characters would seem sluggish or delayed, but it feels really smooth. You notice how fast everything's moving? That's pretty much one-to-one responses. I'm not noticing any lag between character movement or character input, and that's really important when it comes to a game like this. If you have janky movement or whatnot, then it really disrupts the feel of the game. So there's none of that. The game does feel pretty... I wouldn't say... Oh, whoops. I wouldn't say it feels floaty. And it doesn't feel heavy either. Somewhere in the middle. Someone who plays more Smash than me could probably compare. Alright, I guess we're beating up on A.
Select your stage. Patrick versus Ang.
Penguin asks... Wazzy says, oof.
3, 2,
Penguin asks, what are your thoughts on Nigel? By the way, if you played him. I haven't yet. We're going through the cast from start to finish. We started with SpongeBob. We're moving on to Patrick. We'll get to Nigel, but I've watched Hungrybox, well-known Smash player, playing around with Nigel. Apparently he's pretty good. He's pretty strong, so we'll get there. Alright, let's take a look at Patrick. In response to Wazzy's earlier question about the controls, to kind of demonstrate here, you notice that even though he's slower than SpongeBob, it's still relatively fluid movement. for Patrick and his inputs and whatnot, everything comes out fine. It definitely feels better than it looks. I'll say that. To me, the visual representation of characters is kind of meh depending on which one you're looking at, which character. But the overall feel of the game so far feels pretty smooth. And I think that's more important than the looks. They can always fix the looks and graphic appearance of stuff over time. If the game feels bad and doesn't play well, then it doesn't matter what the characters look like. So if they had to choose between good game feel or good graphics, I'm glad they went for game feel because that's more important. Penguin says, that's what my college can be like to make things worse. My teachers give me homework for my 3-day fall break. Ouch. That's unfortunate. What are you studying, Penguin? I think you've mentioned being in school before, but I don't think you've ever talked about your program. You have a major yet? Alright, let's look at what Patrick can do. Standing special. It's a forward-moving punch. Oh, it's a grab. Oh, he's a grappler. That's right. Alright. I think you can... Oh, you can chain it. How did I do that? Is it inputs or is it directions? It's inputs. If I hit neutral special and then spam the button, he will smack the enemy around more than once. If I do it just once, he'll throw him over his shoulder. That's kind of interesting. And you can do it in the air as well. You can grab people out the air, which is kind of funny. Penguin says, also yes, I do. Oh, for that, even my other teachers think my teacher that gave me homework was unreasonable. Yeah, sounds like it. I'm majoring in computer science, says Penguin. Ah, I see. Good luck, man. It's not an easy program. I have friends who majored in computer science. It's a field that will always be in demand, but it's a lot of work. I give major props to anybody that can do programming specifically, because I've tried to do programming and I suck at it. Can't stand programming. But if you can do it, then more power to you. Hey, Edward's here. Edward says, Mr. Meaty DLC when? I don't know what Mr. Meaty is or what Mr. Meaty is from, but I'm going to assume it's from a show.
Perfect.
All right. Down special for Patrick. Forward grab, and he leaps into the air, also forward, and does kind of a spike. And if you do it near the edge, you will take them off the edge, Kirby style. And that's... I wonder who gets the death first.
Perfect.
I'm going to assume if you have a stock up on someone and you do that, then you can just win a match. Okay, so 2 grabs. Penguin says, I'm passing that class and make at least 8 out of 10 on my test for that class. Well, that's good, man. I know computer science programs tend to be relatively competitive, so if you can be consistent and you enjoy it, that's another thing, then more power to you. Alright, up special. Recovery for Patrick is a straight up charge. Oh, it can be steered, okay. And it results in a grab at the end. Interesting. Seems kind of slow to use out of the blue. But interesting that you can change the directions. Mr. Meaty is a show isn't animated or live action. It uses these really creepy looking puppets. Oh, I remember that show. Is that Nickelodeon? I've never seen it, but I remember hearing about it because of the weird presentation. That sounds very familiar. Okay, let's look at the rest of Patrick's attacks.
Outstanding performance.
Standing light is the stomach thrust. Okay. Down is butt laser. Oh yeah, that move. Complete with amusing sound effects. I bet you can use that for ledge control if you do it correctly.
Perfect.
It cycles through different sound effects. Nice. Up, light. What is it? What's he holding? That comes out really fast. I can't tell what he's holding. Edward says, I remember one episode was just everybody just farting the whole time. That sounds like peak children's entertainment. Is that the dash attack? Yeah, dashing attack, dash light, excuse me. Cartwheel seems to hit decently hard. Kind of reminds me of King DDD a little bit. Up light has decent range. Hits around Patrick. Seems decent. Penguin says, I know how to code a bit. Made games before. They're bad, but right now I'm doing my AA. The actual computer science courses don't start in spring. Learn how to make games back in high school. Oh, nice. You considering going into game development? There's always a high demand for that. Alright. Was said, dude, that's so dope. Well, I'm assuming you're talking to the Penguin. Yeah, game developers specifically, and no, like I said, all coders get a lot of respect from me because I can't do that. I have no patience for coding at all. It's probably because I'm an artist. All right, let's look at the heavy attacks for Patrick. Standing heavy.
Perfect.
Phone. Hit him with the phone. Seems to go out a decent range in front of him, but I don't think it hits low. Ooh. Oh, is that what that is? No, this is Patrick. Is that what that phone attack is? Okay. I haven't really watched SpongeBob. I was a bit old when SpongeBob was popular. My younger brother really likes SpongeBob. He would get a lot more of the references than I would. Down hard attack for Patrick. It's like a belly flop. The hitbox seems to be when he's falling down versus when he's flying up, though. Yeah, you go up and then basically his stomach is the hitbox. Seems pretty heavy. Wonder if you can use it to spike people. His up heart attack is a trophy hat. Comes out relatively slow, but looks like it has decent hitbox around him. And you can do it in the air. Air hard attack. Or heavy. Air heavy is starfish spin. These all have cannon moves names, but I don't know what they are. Penguin says, I watch a ton of SpongeBob. I may be an adult, but SpongeBob is still my all-time favorite show. There's nothing wrong with that. I just sort of miss the era of popularity because I'm very old. But SpongeBob is one of the most popular brands of the recent couple decades, so you definitely can't fault him for that. Down heavy is a cone, ice cream cone spike. That can't be steered. Just goes straight down. So I'm assuming if you're going to be chasing people off the ledge, you're going to try and spike them out with that and then get back. But if you miss, you're done. Patrick feels pretty consistent. He's not quite as speedy as SpongeBob, obviously, but I see potential as a grappler type character. Edward says, that's from the Fry Cook Olympics. Is that what the trophy is? I'm glad you folks are here to tell me what all these references are, because they'll be lost on me. If there's references to Avatar stuff, I'll know that, since I watched all of the Avatar stuff in the last 5 years for the first time. A lot of the older shows, I'm not gonna. The mid-era shows, I'm not gonna know. The old ones, I will. Oh, the ice cream dive is from the Fry Cook Olympics. Okay. I guess we can look at his grab, his regular grab. Seems like there's not a whole lot of complex animations for the standard grabs. For Patrick, because he has a lot of grab specials. I guess that's probably why. Penguin says that episode is hilarious, Edward. Alright. Block animation. Patrick gets threw a war face on there. His dash seems like it's not quite as quick as SpongeBob's. It might have more of a distance, so more of a slide. Air dashes, side-to-side air dash is moderate speed. Down dash is relatively quick. I think everyone's gonna have pretty fast movement for that. Penguin says, "Is this the Krusty Krab?" No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty? Oh, that must be where that line comes from. This is Patrick. I can't do a good Patrick Star impression. All right, let's move on.
Training.
I think they're all by franchise here. You guys can see the character select screen here and everyone who's featured. From SpongeBob, we've got Patrick, or SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. From Avatar, we've got Aang, Toph, and Korra. From, I don't remember what name this show is. Lincoln Loud? That's who this is. This is Lucy? I don't know these two characters. From Ninja Turtles, we got Leonardo, Michelangelo, and April. From Ren and Stimpy, we've got... Penguin says, not trying to brag, but I can do a decent Patrick voice, saving it for Halloween being Patrick Star. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that on one of the other streams. It might have been the Prince's stream. You got a costume for Patrick Star. Nice. Yeah, Edward says, where's their names? Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder...
SpongeBob.
It doesn't show the names in text. I have to actually select them.
Lucy Loud.
Lucy Loud. This is Lincoln.
Lincoln Loud.
That would have been handy. Oh, Penguin says, Lincoln and Lucy are from Loud House. Okay, I've never seen Loud House. Okay, we got Ren and Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. Got Invader Zim. Or Zim from Invader Zim, which is a really cool inclusion. Got Cat Dog. Reptar from Rugrats. Nigel Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries. Got Helga from Hey Arnold. Danny Phantom from Danny Phantom, I guess. And we have Oblina from Real Monsters. Well, not a bad selection of Nick characters. I'm surprised they didn't put Doug in here. Doug was Nickelodeon, right? I remember that show. Again, I'm hoping for a DLC with Rocco. If we get some Rocco's Modern Life representation here, that'll make me happy. But we'll move on to Sandy.
Sandy. Lincoln Loud.
I have to set the computer to level 0 in order for them to not actively attack me.
Sandy versus Lincoln
I'll switch
Loud.
stages after this too, so you guys can hear a theme that's different from this one.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Alright. Sandy, definitely faster walk speed than Patrick. Might even be faster than SpongeBob. She gets in the air relatively quickly. She can move decently fast. Neutral special, lasso. Oh, it's like a scorpion get over here type move. Cannot be aimed, so it goes out a set distance in front of her and snags the opponent. Down special is like extendo legs. That looks like a move for hitting people that are coming at you from above. Oh, Penguin says Doug was Nickelodeon, but Disney bought the rights, so Doug is now a Disney character. That explains why he's not here. I don't think I'd say Doug was the top tier of Nicktoons animations back in the day. I kind of related to the character because he was kind of awkward and weird, and I was definitely awkward and weird. He was also kind of neurotic, but that explains why they wouldn't include him if Disney owns the character. It'd probably take a pretty monumental amount of effort in order to get him in this game, and I don't think it'd be that much of a value add. Alright, so this is down special. Pretty interesting. Up special, jetpack. Cannot be steered. Does not look like it. Straight up. Kind of a Fox or Falco type recovery move for her up special. Standing light, multi-hitting set of punches. Down special, tail sweep. Looks like it hits all the way around her too. Okay. Up light. An uppercut. Upward swipe. Standing heavy. It's a 1-2 combo. Pretty heavy forward hit. Down heavy is another foam hand, kind of like SpongeBob's, but it hits forward and chops. Looks like it comes out a decent distance too. And it'll spike to hit him downwards. Up heavy, flip kick. Penguin says, also other characters like Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner didn't make the base roster because of international licensing issues, but they have a chance at DLC along with Shredder Garfield. I've heard that Shredder and Garfield have already been found in the files for the game. It's almost 100% confirmed that they're going to be a DLC at some point. We'll see if they end up being the first round. Garfield is kind of whatever. Shredder would be a cool addition though. If I was to pick other characters from TMNT, Raphael and Shredder would be my choices. Maybe Krang at some point. Alright. Sandy's heavy's in the air, up heavy's sort of an upwards kick, down heavy's tail smack, neutral is double kicks. Decent recovery. That thing goes up pretty high. Now see, if they were going to include a Garfield character in a game like this, I know it's not likely because this is kind of a kid's aim game with a lot of complex mechanics. But if they're going to do something Garfield related, I'd rather they do like an I'm Sorry John type Garfield where he's like an eldritch horror. To me, the most interesting things relative to Garfield in the last few years have been all of the lore and memes around the horrible otherworldly abominations of Garfield. That's way more interesting to me. Regular Garfield is kind of boring. Alright, I think that'll do it for Sandy. She's definitely speedier. She functions kind of like a more rushdown oriented character for multi-hits. Her dashes look like this. This is the dashing light, where she busts a nut. Dashing heavy is a surfboard? Yeah, it's kind of a surfing move that gives her some forward carry. Edward asks, what the hell are you talking about? In regards to what? The thing I was saying about Garfield? Edward says yes. Have you not seen the I'm Sorry John meme stuff, Edward? If not, you are missing out. Let's let me see if I can just do this on stream because I can bring up my browser. Let me see. Bring it up. Let's do this. So the I'm Sorry John meme originally comes from I think it was a comic originally, but it involves the depiction of Garfield as this sort of eldritch horror abomination things, and it's usually about him interacting with John in some way, kind of torturing him, and they're really creative and cool. Very much a kind of scary stories to tell in the dark type of aesthetic. But it's a whole thing. It's a subreddit too. Just r/I'm Sorry John. To me, it's the most interesting thing that's been done with this particular intellectual property in the last several years. So if they were gonna add Garfield to All-Star Brawl, make it one of these Garfields, man. That would be rad. In addition to just standalone images, there's also different webcomics that show this type of Garfield interacting with John. This one animator, I think his name is Lumpy. I haven't checked his channel in a bit, but he did a whole series of animated sprite incarnations of creatures designed in this style with Garfield, and they're really cool. I need to include that next time we do a media share because I like sprite art a lot, and that guy does some mind-blowing stuff. But yeah, unless you're really not a fan of horror type stuff, I recommend checking out a lot of the stuff people have made around the I'm Sorry John meme. To to me, far more entertaining than the actual legitimate Garfield stuff has ever been. Edward's reaction is neutral face. That's fair. Alright, let's move on to Team Avatar. We got Aang. Or Aang if you're going by the horrible M. Night Shyamalan live action movie. Which we're not. Right now, it doesn't look like there's alt palettes for the different characters. I don't know if they're unlocked behind the single player content or coming later. I kind of wish they had at least alternate colors, because right now it's hard to tell multiple duplicate characters on screen apart.
Select your arena.
That's fine. Again, this game was made on a serious budget. Let's go to an Avatar stage. Yeah, that'll be fine for demo purposes.
Aang versus Patrick. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Penguin says, my personal wanted characters are Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot, Jimmy Neutron, Hugh Neutron, Squidward, Timmy Turner, Stickler, Otis, and Rocco. That's a pretty good selection of characters. I'd have to go back and look at the list of IPs and stuff from Nickelodeon to see what else I'd like. More Avatar characters would be good. Maybe put Zuko in here to get voice acting patched in later. Get Dante Bosco to voice him again. My first choice of the immediate characters is definitely Rocco. Alright. Aang's got pretty decent ground speed movement. He's fast. Guess that makes sense since he's kind of a lighter character. Pretty quick jump. Decent jump height. Wave dashing, all that. Again, relatively speedy. His standing neutral special is staff spin. Looks like that goes out in front of him a little ways. Edward says, who was Hugh? Hugh Neutron? I'm not familiar with Jimmy Neutron at all, so I'll have to let Penguin answer that one. Is that Momo in the back? I think Appa flies around here too. Down special is airball, and that's persistent. That stays out, and you can use that to sort of move quickly around. If you jump, it goes away. Interesting. Wonder how it actually does damage though. Okay, does contact damage. And I guess you can combo it. It's a weird move. Penguin says, I know some of the voice actors are willing to reprise their roles. Hugh, Neutron's voice actor, wants to. This might not be the best stage to demo stuff, but it's good that we have different themes. Alright, up special for Aang is the glider. That goes straight up. Oh, and it can drift and glide down. Okay. Gives you some mobility in the air, but it's relatively slow, and you can't dash cancel out of it. Can you do anything out of it? Nope, can't attack out of it either. That's it for specials. Light. Is that an elbow? elbow strike, down light, overhead swipe. Up is upwards kick, like a flip kick. Some of these animations look like they're missing frames, so they come out super quick. It's hard to tell what they want you to see. But yeah, flip kick, jumping light, staff spin, light, sort of vertical flip kick. Reminds me of Fox a little bit. Down, same thing, down swipe. Standing hard, palm strike, wind palm strike. Down heavy. It's a forward upward sweeping air blast. There's Appa. Up heavy is a forward thrusting kick. That goes up at a decent angle and fairly quick too.
Critical hit.
Down heavy in the air looks like a spike type move. Neutral, kind of a spinning aerial hit. Up heavy in the air, kind of an uppercut. So Aang seems like a kind of faster type character. Does he have anything else? Thought he had some actual other Avatar related moves. Penguin says, Hugh Neutron is Jimmy's dad. Very memeable character with his dialogue. Look up some of the best moments with him, you'll see what I mean. I feel like I've seen memes with that character before. I must be thinking of his dashes. No? Oh, you can keep that standing special out just indefinitely. Yeah, I thought I saw like an Avatar state mode that Aang can do. That hits more than once. Alright, he seems relatively straightforward. Yeah, nothing too gimmicky. Good air mobility from his recovery and kind of that glide ability. He's relatively fast. They also don't have move lists. I'm assuming that might be something we'll see later.
Training.
Next up we got Toph.
Toph.
My favorite character from Avatar.
Toph.
Let's go somebody else so it's easier to keep track.
Them.
Oh, here's additional control customization. That's good to know. mess with that.
Ta. Bang.
Alright, she can beat up Twinkle Toes. It's fine.
Select your stage.
Oh my.
Ta
I think this is her
versus
stage.
Aang. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Alright, Toph's ground speed's definitely slower than Aang's. Still not plodding, but she's got kind of a more medium walk speed, and she does not have a high jump. Even with double jump, she doesn't get that high. I think a lot of her balancing is based on her being better grounded, which is fitting as an earthbender. Let's see. This particular stage has hazards. I need to be careful. It's too bad it's zoomed out so far. Alright. Well, now I'm going to pick a neutral stage. It's going to be hard to see what I'm actually doing.
Training. Ta.
We'll do the same combination.
Bang. Select
Go to
your
SpongeBob stage.
Ta versus Aang. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Brawl.
Alright. Special, standing special. Toph creates a projectile. And she stores it. Kind of like Samus. If you hold the button and then do something else, it'll go away, and then you can toss it out by hitting the special button later. If you hold it down, it actually charges, and you get a bigger projectile. That's, I think, the largest one. Yeah, small and large. And that goes. I bet you can use that for ledge control. Kind of like the Duck Hunt dog. Down special is a forward flip axe kit. It's got a bit of movement forward. I guess you can use it that way too, but it doesn't look like you're going to get much carry unless they're at high damage percentage to spike them. Oh, her rock charge carries through even if she dies? Yes, she doesn't lose the charge even if she dies. Okay, good to know. Her up special is a sort of upwards propelling move that throws a rock directly underneath her. Penguin Party says the new G&W bucket. I'm assuming that's Game & Watch. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, that's for specials. For normals. Okay, that's what I thought, Penguin. Standing light is a knee. Relatively quick. It's like mid-range, short range knee. Down light is sort of a sliding attack with rocks. We'll go up to the edge and not off. Up light, championship belt. That comes out decently fast too. In the air, her Neutral light becomes a spin kick. Up is still the belt. Down is kind of a, what is that? It's like a downwards clapping move. It has kind of a weird directional carry to it. I'm just hitting. Oh, you can kind of carry it diagonally. All right. This is straight down, and this is with some diagonal input. Huh. Okay. Heavies. Standing heavy. Bunch of rock projectiles that do not go off the platform. Okay, her dash light is sort of double palm strike forward. Her forward heavy is what I killed myself with a second ago. That's kind of a propelling forward move, but it'll send you right off the cliff if you're not careful. Okay. Alright. So that's neutral, heavy. Down is a rock wall. That's a big projectile. That's great. I like that move a lot. I see a lot of potential for ledge control with that. It's slow though. So you have to be kind of careful with timing. But I'll bet you can use that to really clap some people if they're trying to jump back on the platform. You time it correctly. What else? Up special. Up special is a stone statue. Melon Lord. That comes up right in front of her, and it can be charged. That's right. So let's see. No charge, comes up again right in front of her. You hold it down, it goes almost the full length of the platform, and then it comes out automatically. That's not me triggering it. But you can control where it comes up just by releasing the input before it hits the max. But you can't do it off a platform. Yeah, it won't come up. You get no end result. Air specials, or air heavies, excuse me. Air heavies clap. Looks like it's right in front of her. Up heavy is a flip kick. Down heavy is a hard hitting spike downwards. Toph picks up a lot of speed when she dashes. Her standard run speed is decently fast, but if she dashes, looks like she gets about 10% more speed. Alright. Oh, that's right. She has a down special that I didn't show off a second ago. If you hit down special in the air, she creates a rock platform. She can do one at a time at a maximum height on the stage. I can't go higher than that. Oh, I guess I can. And it goes away after a while, but she can use that as an interactable. And that's really interesting. If she gets knocked off, she can use that to kind of catch underneath her and then jump back for recovery, which is pretty powerful. I know some people were initially comparing her to Little Mac because she's better on the ground than in the air, but the fact that she has that means her recovery is infinitely better than Little Mac's. a lot of potential for that, and the enemies can use this as a freestanding platform as well. She can't dispel it though, unless she creates it somewhere else. Penguin says, one question: when did you realize that you loved me? I got the question from a TV show. Please don't take it seriously. That's kind of a weird question, man. Are you talking about you, or are you talking about something from a show? If you're talking about just in general, usually that's a kind of a combination of factors based on how I know a person. If you're talking about people, if you're talking about how much I might like a property or a show or something, that really depends too. Kind of hard to tell what you're asking unless you're quoting something. I don't know the quote if that's the case. Ooh. Tumble that out of the air too. I wonder if you can cancel movement with the platform. I think you have momentum, it's gonna move you forward. That's probably hard to tell. She doesn't have a dead stop in the air when she does that. Well, she sort of does. Oh, you can even use the air platform after using her recovery. So if you screw up, let's see so I can duplicate what I just did. If you're off the platform, you try and recover, but you screw up, you can create a platform under her and reset your air recovery. That's pretty powerful. If someone's going after you and they're trying to kill you, then you might not have time, but if you're trying to get back. Penguin says, I was trying to be silly, got it from Impractical Jokers. There was a challenge where someone had to ask a random person that question. That sounds like something Impractical Jokers would do. You're probably going to get a mix of responses if you ask a person that in text, especially on a stream, just because there's no context for what you're asking. But I get the reference now, so thanks for clarifying. You might want to be careful where you ask questions like that, man. Let's see, what else? Block. What do toss dashes look like? Seems like there's pretty consistent carry and speed for dashes. Seems like she is weaker in the air, but she has some tools to sort of help her navigate around. And that platform thing just makes her recovery so much more safe. Interesting. Toolset wise, so far, Toph is my favorite character that we've seen of the initial set. I like the mix of heavy and kind of projectile-based attacks. And she seems like she's got good combo potential as well. And you can play her pretty aggressively as well, which I guess character-wise makes sense. It's good. So far, I'd say she's front-runner candidate for main here. Alright, let's move on. We got a lot of characters to get through yet.
Raining.
Penguin says it was funny though, at least, and I know when and when not to ask those. Here I didn't see any terrible repercussions for asking that here. No, there's no repercussions. You're fine. It is confusing if you don't know the context though. But you're fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Nora.
All right, Cora will... Reptar. All right.
Select
Okay,
your
we'll
stage.
let's see. We'll stick with base SpongeBob for now, just because it's the easiest one to showcase moves. Let's see. Maybe we can do... I was planning on doing this earlier. Let me make a change real quick.
Training.
While we're doing just the character highlights, I'm gonna change something. This game has okay music. I wouldn't say the themes are necessarily that super stand out. The Danny Phantom stage has a pretty cool theme. But because we're going to be on SpongeBob for a bit while I just look at the cast, I'm going to turn the music off. And I'm going to put my own music on. First, I'm going to make sure I don't blow the mic out here. Let me know if the music volume is too high. That might be a little too high. We're going Guilty Gear XX soundtrack because it's one of my favorites and it's awesome. If I do some AI matches or whatnot, I'll turn the game themes back on. We'll switch it up for now. Edward says, bruh, and Practical Jokers is Chef's Kiss. Yeah, it's a funny show. I haven't seen it in a while because I don't watch TV, but I've seen a couple of their bits. The stuff those guys get away with is pretty funny.
Your fighter.
Oh, whoops. Let's go back to training.
Training. Nora. Lucy Love. Select your stage, Cora, versus Lucy Love. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, Brawl!
Alright, let's see. For Cora. Cora, she's a bigger character model for one. Maybe a head or so taller than Toph. Her run speed is a little bit slower. She might be slower than Toph. With the dash, she picks up a little bit, but not super fast on the ground. Decent jump. She gets in the air relatively quickly. I guess if you're using dashes, you can get ground mobility a little bit faster than just running. Specials. Neutral special is Rock Punch. Kind of moves just in a line. It can be charged for more distance. That image is kind of, or that animation's kind of jank though. I think it's the fact that she just flies straight forward. And it can send you straight off the platform, so imagine that's got to be a little bit of a higher risk move to use. Down special is a rock dash. Base input goes set ways. You can hold it down and she'll keep going indefinitely, looks like. Yeah. That's interesting. Does it actually do damage? Yep.
That gotta hurt.
Huh. Interesting. It seems like that could be kind of dangerous to use. Penguin Party says, agreed, Edward. Impractical Jokers is my favorite action show. Nice. Huh. Seeing mobility-based specials for Korra. Between her neutral special and her down special. She seems to be kind of movement-based. Up special, recovery, water punch or air punch. That's base input, and it can be charged. Okay, she can charge her specials. That also seems to be the theme here. She gets a little bit of free fall pause as well when she's using that recovery. It cannot be steered. Goes straight up, but it can charge to go decently high. Light attacks, standing light, palm strike. Down, light, overhead, ground smack. Up, light. Oh, can be comboed in 2 hits. Otherwise, standalone's uppercut. Oh, her standing light can be comboed as well. And her down. Okay, she can combo her hits. For heavy, standing heavy. We have a forward thrusting attack. This can't be comboed or followed up with additional hits. Down heavy. Overhead heel kick fire. Kind of slow. Looks like it hits pretty hard. Up heavy. A rock swinging uppercut. In the air, neutral heavy is a spin kick. Wow, that looks like it hits hard. Reminds me of Samus's kick. Her, we call it the sex kick in Smash. Down. So it's mid-air stomp, spike type move. Up heavy. With a swing upwards kick. That looks like it has a pretty specific hitbox. Okay. Block state. The core feels pretty average to me. Her moveset, aside from her mobility specials, doesn't really stand out in my opinion. She kind of is like a larger, slightly slower Aang in a lot of ways. She doesn't have a lot of air mobility aside from her special. Oh, if you use her down special in the air instead of the rock dashing move, she gets a dive kick, which is kind of cool. That charged? No. The recovery is pretty decent. can get back to the platform pretty easily, but yeah, not a lot really stands out to me with Korra. Which is kind of a shame. She's a cool character. I did enjoy Legend of Korra quite a bit. But they didn't really give her any crazy avatar state tricks or anything like that as far as I can tell. Just kind of standard moves. I should be looking at taunts. L1 or taunts. Pretty basic taunt. Alright, let's move on. Of the Avatar characters, I think Toph is the most interesting by far.
Raining.
Alright, next up,
Lincoln Loud.
Lincoln Loud from Loud House.
Lucy Loud.
Okay, that's fitting. This is his sister.
Select your stage. Lincoln Loud versus Lucy Loud. Play nice. 3, 2,
Are you guys still able
one,
to hear me okay?
go.
Is the Guilty Gear music too loud? Just let me know. It's about 50%, so shouldn't be too loud. Alright, Lincoln. He's got pretty decent run speed and walk speed. Decent jump. Gets off the ground relatively quick. Small target. Specials. Okay, Edward says sounds good. Penguin says Lucy is Lincoln's sister and able to hear you fine. Okay, thanks. Alright, standing special Super Soaker. Can. Okay. Hold it down for longer duration. It hits directly in front of him, has a bit of a kind of cone hitbox.
That's gotta hurt.
Down special, top. Goes top. Okay. Drops straight to the ground and travels forward. Okay. Up special is that like a superhero costume? You guys are gonna have to help me with references. I've never seen Loud House. That cannot be charged, but it can be steered a little bit. You can kind of move horizontally a little. In other words, you're not locked in the straight up path, but it doesn't necessarily steer too much. It really just has a bit of forward movement to it. Not bad. Edward says me neither. Yeah, this must be a relatively more recent show on Nick, because I've never heard of it. In fact, I hadn't heard of the property until this game came out and I saw the characters featured. Alright, Lincoln's standing light. Yo-yo. Very Ness-like. That scooter thing is his dash. Okay. Down light. Sort of a swipe. Top to bottom swipe with the yo-yo. But you can spam the button to keep it out and walk the dog and it'll stay out. It's very Ness-like. I wonder if that can edge guard.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it goes out over the edge. I bet you can use that to clip people. Oh, you can do that with his standing light too. Just hit the button and you get loops. Okay. Up. Upwards. This one can't be spammed for additional hits. It just goes straight overhead. Heavies. Standing heavy's a bat. Okay, yeah, it's dead. Very, very Ness-like. Penguin says, I've seen a bit, don't really know the references too well, but I know that Lucy's moves are original because she's meant to be the goth character and they made her moveset based on that. Yeah, from what I've seen, Lucy's decently strong in this game. We'll get to her. Dashing heavy is bike drift. Down heavy is, what is that? Can't tell if that's supposed to be something or just dirt. I think it's just dirt. Oh no, it looks like a, what is that, a raccoon? Can't tell. Something's popping out and moving forward. Lincoln moves forward and the projectile animals go out a ways. That also looks like you probably edge guard if you time it correctly. Up special or up heavy. Over uppercut with a rocket ship. Oh, here the air lights, just different swipes with the yo-yo. Air heavies. Neutral is this razor scooter kind of kickflip thing he does. That goes out kind of decent ways in front of him.
Perfect.
Down is what is that? Like a lightsaber almost? Sweeps directly in front of him. Decent range. Then up is a boulder? A rock? Upward sweeping projectile overhead.
Perfect.
Lincoln's taunt. Just brushing the dirt off his shoulder. Alright. This moveset seems decent. Decently fast. You can kind of switch up hits on things like his yo-yos, and his heavies have pretty decent range and utility. Going from Korra to Lincoln's definitely a bit of a shift. To me, he seems like a more interesting character than her. Alright. Let's move on.
Raining. Lucy Loud.
Lucy Loud. His sister.
SpongeBob. Select your stage. Lucy Loud versus SpongeBob. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Fight!
Alright, Lucy's got pretty decent ground speed. She seems a little bit faster than Lincoln. Decent jump. Alright, specials. Standing neutral special. Is it a bite?
Whoa!
Oh, this character has modes. Well, we'll see if we can figure it out here. I don't know the significance of the bats. I think it has something to do with her modes. We'll see if we can figure it out. I hope they add an in-game move list explanation for these different characters at some point. Down special. Ooh, teleport. Okay. You always move forward. Looks like it. Evasion tool. Up special, flight with that. That can be steered. Okay, that's very snake-like in for recovery. Teleport moves are forward in the air. Edward asks, "Is there a story mode or something?" Yes, there is. There is single-player stuff for this, like a story or arcade mode with dialogue and story bits for each character. I don't know if we're gonna get that today, as I just want to look at the cast, but yeah, there is an actual, probably basic story for this game. Oh, down special in the air. Is that? Yeah, that's weird. Oh, I must have switched modes or something. Now her teleports have a coffin. Okay, I think she has a toggle between vampire mode and regular. How do you tell which mode you're in? Blue, red.
Oh, what a hit!
That is a subtle change in animation. Okay. Oh, now I'm invisible. Alright. It looks like biting people with her special is what toggles her mode. Or maybe just using the special in general toggles her mode. Okay. Penguin says, blue effect is ghost mode, red is vampire mode. Alright. And is it just... actually connecting with the standing bees what toggles the modes? That's what it looks like. Alright, so we'll do all the ghost mode ones. So I do down special with in ghost mode. That's the teleport. Air recovery looks like it's more or less the same. If I use the neutral special, she goes invisible. Trying to see what's toggling the actual switch in modes. Okay, Penguin says the neutral special toggles the modes. If you land it and the other different modes, it changes the attacks or special move effects. Okay. Alright, this is vampire mode. That's where all the coffin attacks come from. Okay. Looks like the bat has forward carry in vampire mode. Okay, let's see if anything changes her actual regular hits. Light smack. Is that a book? Penguin says, last using any special move while in the modes makes you lose them. Okay, so a special will cause the mode to end. And then she reverts to regular mode and you have to re-trigger either ghost or vampire mode. I guess we'll see. Down light is this forward-moving shovel animation. Okay. Up light, flip kick. In the air, neutral light is upward smack. I think that's a book. Hard to tell. It's either a book or like a little card. down light. Sort of a swiping downwards kick.
Oh, what a hit!
Heavies. Standing heavies, umbrella push. Down heavies, coffin slam. Does not look like being in ghost mode gives you a different animation. It must just be her specials that are affected by that. Right. Up. Grim Reaper. Upward side swing.
Perfect!
Down heavy in the airs. Press with the book. Well, I'm surprised that hit downwards.
That's gotta hurt.
Alright, Lucy's interesting. I think she's more complex than her brother. And I see a lot of potential for mixing up the different modes and specials. Yeah, interesting character. Teleporting once her dash. Dash heavy. Dash light. Alright, not bad. Interesting character.
Raining.
Next up, Leo.
Leonardo. Patrick.
Oh, we'll fight Patrick.
Patrick. Select your state. Leonardo versus Patrick. Play nice. 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, for Leo, Leo's ground speed is decent. Not super fast, not super slow. I can't really tell if there's a huge difference between the characters' jump heights. Yeah, it's a decent jump. Specials, standing special, can be charged. A forward poke with both his swords. But you can edge guard with that. Down special's a backflip. Okay, that's an evasion tool, looks like. You could use it, but then you can use dashes to sort of redirect your momentum. You need to get out. That seems like it could be pretty useful. Up special, recoveries, helicopter move. Can be steered. Looks like he's kind of a sitting duck, though. In the air, his down special becomes a dive kick instead of a evade. Okay, he can chain hits on his special.
Perfect.
Becomes a backwards poke. Standing lights. Standing light is a swing, horizontal swing with the swords. Down light, sweep, like sweep. Up, light, sort of a vertical slash. Looks like it has decent range in front and above him. In the air, up light, overhead swing. Down light, overhead chop. It actually comes out pretty quick. I thought Leo would have been one of the slower characters. He's decently fast. Alright, let's look at his heavies. Standing heavy. It's a big double swing. Down is a cross chop. Doesn't look like it goes super low. And you can't chain the hits off of his heavy. His lights. Up heavy. Double swing upwards. In the air, neutral heavies. Kind of a spinning double swing. Up heavy in the air is a vertical poke. Looks like someone's directly above you. Yeah. And then down heavy is downward double strike.
That's gotta hurt.
Alright. Check out his dash attacks. Dash lights, a shoulder ram. Dash heavies, spear. Here's his taunt. I have been looking at the taunts consistently, but they're usually only a couple frames, not too noteworthy. Alright. I kind of expected Leo to be a bit more boring and basic, since to me he's the least interesting of the 4 Ninja Turtles. But his moveset feels good. He's got some utility with his evade. I do like how he can combo his hits, and his hit combos are relatively quick. He's got a pretty well-rounded set of moves. Again, kind of surprising. Not bad. I think if you were starting out in the game and you needed a character that wasn't too complex but still pretty functional, Leo would be a good place to start. Alright. Next.
Raining.
Next up, Mikey.
Michelangelo. Nigel Thornberry.
There's Nigel.
Select your arena. Michelangelo versus Nigel Thornberry. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Alright. Mikey's ground speed's kind of similar to Leo's. It's hard to tell which one's faster. standing specials is regular special is a projectile, tosses the pizza. Goes out in kind of an arc. And he cannot move until the pizza is gone. He's kind of stuck in place while it's on screen. If he hits the enemy, then he can move. Yeah, that kind of sticks him in place. I don't know how useful that projectile is going to be. Down special is shell spin. Can he move? Yeah, he can move. Interesting, kind of similar to Korra's rock run. He might be invincible when he does that. If you're not careful, you'll get sent off the edge. Moves the same in the air. Pizza's the same in the air. Up specials, kind of a snag with the nunchucks. If you can use that to grapple. Yeah. Got kind of a short range to it though. Guess he could sort of use his projectile to stall and recover. Yeah, his specials are kind of lackluster. I don't really see a lot of really useful stuff on the special moves. For his normals, light, flicks the nunchucks out in front of him. Looks like that has decent range. He cannot combo his normals like Leo can. Okay. Down lights, an air guitar that has a sound effect that goes with it. It's kind of hard to see because, again, there's not a lot to the animations. Moves forward. All right, get down here, Nigel. And I guess low hit.
Oh, what a hit!
Up, light. It's a real quick upward slap. The nunchucks. Seems pretty quick. And the air guitar doesn't really carry off the platform either, so I don't know how useful that's going to be for ledge control. Okay. In the air, neutral light is kind of a big double swing with the nunchucks. That looks like it has decent range. Down light, a downward slap. That has less range, looks like, but 2 hits. Then up, kind of similar attack, but hitting upwards. Okay. Heavies. Standing heavy. That's a big 2-hit. It's kind of 360 swing with the nunchucks. That looks like it hits in front and in back. It seems decent. Down heavy. Split kick overhead strike with the nunchucks. That also looks like it hits decently hard. I'll bet that can ledge guard if you time it correctly since it goes out so far. Not bad. Up heavy, back flip. neutral heavies, kind of forward slap. That looks like it has decent range. Down, same thing, downward spike. Up. A jumping flip kick. I think Mikey's heavy attacks might be better than his lights.
Oh, what a hit!
Dash heavy is a butt slam. Dash light is skateboard, of course. Alright, that's Michelangelo in a nutshell. I don't think his moves are as useful or as easy to use as Leo's. He seems like a weaker Ninja Turtle compared to Leo, which is interesting. The projectile is kind of slow, and the fact that it kind of reduces his mobility doesn't great. And the shell spin looks like that could be useful in multiplayer, but one-on-one, he might be invincible, but the fact that you can send yourself off the platform like that and his recovery, I don't think is going to help you too much. Yeah. I don't know. Michelangelo seems pretty mediocre.
Raining.
Next up, we got April O'Neil. Intrepid reporter. Whoop. Ow. Fighting. Oh, it keeps canceling me.
Select your stage. April O'Neil versus Aang. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, April's walk speed's decently fast. Yeah, she's got kind of a jog going there. Pretty high jump. Gets off the ground relatively quickly. Seems like she's pretty mobile in the air, too. Some initial match stuff I've seen with this character, she's moving pretty quick. She seems like the fastest of the Ninja Turtles characters. Specials, standing special. Mic hit. Down special. Sets up a camera that's persistent. And it does hits, but there's no hit stun. The actual camera placement is hit stun. The hits don't look like they're hit stun. That's interesting. And she has a mechanic that involves her ratings. So let's see. Is it just tied to the camera? Yeah, little stars rotating around her microphone indicate the level of her ratings. There's a yellow and red, and that changes the power of her standing specials, the mic slap. I guess we'll see if anything else affects the ratings. So that is interesting. It ups the power of her hits.
That's gotta hurt.
Okay, up specials, the turtle blimp. Also kind of a snake types recovery. Oh, she can pull it out after she's already depleted her recovery, just a sort of slow fall. she can't really get any additional height, but she could sort of steer herself back and slow her descent a little. Air specials, air down specials, the camera again. Neutral is the mic slap, and it looks like each time you use it depletes one level of the ratings in the air. On the ground, it's all or nothing, looks like. But in the air, it's one level, 2 levels, and it goes down each time. Alright. Normals. Standing light. Faster version of her microphone.
That's gotta hurt.
I wonder if it's affected by her ratings too. Standing one normally does 5. We get ratings up to level 3 and you use your standing normal. No. Okay. Still same damage. Down light. Low double kick.
Oh, what a hit.
It has a bit of forward movement too. Moves her forward. Up light. Microphone uppercut. In the air. Oh, that's a very Zero Suit Samus looking kick. Neutral light. Down air. A split kick. The actual hit looks like it's, well, the whole thing. I guess you need to kind of spike people if their percentage is high enough. Up. Up lights. Backflip kick. Heavies. Neutral heavies. Mic smash.
Oh, what a
Big attack. Comes out relatively fast. Same in the air. Down heavy. This is the move I was doing earlier. It's the camera flashes. I think this move also powers up her ratings. I'm at 0 now. But he's down special. Now up to level 1. It looks like each hit gives you an additional rating level. Got pretty decent coverage all the way around her too. That's interesting. Then up heavy, upwards microphone smack. Yeah, April seems very inspired by Zero Suit Samus. That's her dashing heavy.
What a hit.
Dashing light. Okay. Dashing light improves her ratings. Think anything with a camera. Yep. Well, the heavy one didn't look like it upped my level at all. Oh yeah, I guess it did.
Nice.
Looks like the name of the game with her is comboing her different camera abilities, get her ratings level up, and then landing one super powerful hit. Interesting. I do like the speed and kind of heavy hits of her attacks. Oh, you can combo the camera into the mic arm? Yeah, oof. That's a heavy hit. Alright. Yeah, April's fun. She looks like the most interesting of the Ninja Turtles characters. I'd say April, followed by Leo, and Mikey being, unfortunately, most boring. Okay, let's move on.
Raining.
Next up, Ren and Stimpy. An iconic duo.
Ren and Stimpy. Lucy Love. Select your arena. Ren and Stimpy versus Lucy Love. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, Ren and Stimpy, kind of medium ground speed, medium air, medium jump speed, jump height. Actually, the jump height's a little low, looks like. Not bad. Alright, specials. Neutral special is log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Has kind of an arc, and then bounces away before disappearing. Decent range. Down special. Ren puts Stimpy in front. This looks like a counter or a parry move. Up special. Fart propulsion. Can steer it horizontally. Can't be charged. Really more of a straight up. Straight up plus kind of some lateral movement, I guess, to get close to the edge for recovery. In air. Down special, parry again. Log toss in the air. Bit of a higher angle, but more or less the same type of move. And then air fart. Standing lights. Standing light is a head smack, and if you chain it, I wonder if the animations of Ren choking Stimpy. It's hard to tell if that's additional hits. Oh, you can just keep it out there. Okay. This is me just hammering the button. Down light, overhead slap. Uplight. It's a lick. Alright, air lights. Down's kind of an overhead kind of swiping slap. Neutral. Okay, this has different range depending on what direction you're facing, looks like. That could be functional depending on whether or not you have people around you, I guess. Uplight, just an upwards version of that licking attack. Hitbox is kind of weird though. It looks like it's kind of more towards the end of the tongue versus right next to Stimpy. Alright. Standing heavies. Eye projectile almost. That looks like it goes out a ways in front of Stimpy, but it also has an animation behind. Yeah. So essentially you can affect the range or the type of hit by hitting a direction and facing a different direction with these two. Okay. Down heavy. Ren takes Stimpy and uses him as a projectile. This one doesn't have a difference in direction, it's just in front. And then up, Stimpy uses Ren, essentially, as a weapon. Big golf swing upwards. In the air, neutral heavy is the eye strike. Up is, what is that? It's Ren hitting Stimpy in the head with something. Looks like it's short range. And down, heavy in the air, butt slam. Comes in an angle. It's not straight down. Very easy to whiff.
Oh, what a hit!
I don't know if you can recover out of that if you use it. Let's try it. Nope, you can't cancel that. At least not with an up special for recovery. Nope, you can't dash out of it either. That is a 100% committed move, looks like. Alright. Ren and Stimpy. Considering the hype of having Ren and Stimpy in a fighting game, their overall moveset's kind of mediocre as well. Not, I wouldn't say not necessarily as underwhelming as Michelangelo's, but definitely not anything that stands out. The biggest gimmick is that their hit range changes depending on what direction they're facing. But the actual moves themselves don't seem to change. I don't know, wouldn't be my first choice of characters. It's cool to see them included, but I think they don't really have much compelling in their moveset, at least not for me.
Raining.
Alright, next up, Powdered Toast Man. I have seen nothing with this character. He's also from the Ren and Stimpy universe,
Powdered
but
Toast Man.
I have not seen any demo stuff with Powdered Toast Man.
SpongeBob. Select your arena. Powdered Toast Man versus SpongeBob. Get
All right.
ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Outer Toastman, he's one of the larger character models. He might be one of the tallest so far. He's got kind of a pretty quick ground speed. High jump too. Okay. Neutral special. Is he doing armpit farts? I forget what Powdered Toast Man's deal is, but that's what it looks like. I wonder if that's kind of like Sheik's knives. If you just single shot it or spam the button, you get one. You can hold it down and then you get a whole bunch of projectiles. Same thing in the air. Down special, Powdered Toast Barrier. I wonder if that reflects things like projectiles or serves like a parry. Hard to tell.
Perfect!
Up special, sort of flip. That has nothing you can do after it goes off. If you go off the edge, I think you're pretty much screwed.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's kind of an all-in recovery. I wonder why he's not grabbing the edge. We'll get him up to the platform. Okay, there we go. It's got kind of a weird angle to it. And you can't change the trajectory at all. You're going for an arc, no matter what.
Perfect!
I don't know if it's got a counter or something built into it, but yeah, it seems like a really easy to screw up recovery. For normals, standing light. Series of jabs, pretty standard. Do I guess you can combo it. It hits multiple times if you spam the button. Down light. It's got a low hand sweep.
Perfect!
Up light, salute. Get a nice little trumpet sound. It's got decent range. I thought that would be much shorter range than it is. Air light. It looks like it's facing different directions. Is it random? It can't be random.
Oh, nice!
It's a weird move. That's just jumping neutral light. Jumping up light, jumping salute. Huh. Okay, let's do these heavies. Standing heavy, running forward, punch. Kind of like a falcon punch, but you can't charge it. Down heavy is a toe smack. Yeah. Up heavy is a projectile shot with his own head. Okay. This dashing heavy is a fart tackle. And the light is a butt slap, kind of like Mikey's. Air heavy is kind of a spinning like a lariat almost. Down heavy is flurry almost. Yeah, I bet that spikes. Nope. And up is a lick. Goes in front of him and it gets all around. That's his taunt. Outer Toastman's kind of weird. I don't know if he's got mechanics that I'm not seeing or I'm not using. His moveset is okay. His super or specials are kind of lackluster to me. His normals and stuff hit decently hard. It just seems like I'm missing something with his moveset. I may have to do some research and figure out if he's got any other gimmicks going on. But he seems like a kind of heavy-hitting bruiser-type character. He's not going to outspeed anybody, but he does hit hard. All right. Let's go back to the main screen.
Raining.
Looking at the time here, I think what I'm going to do is do some AI matches against the CPU. Maybe I'll do one-on-ones with Toph against random opponents, just to get a feel for playing in real time, kind of learn the character some more. Next time we get back together to look at Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, we'll go through the rest of the characters, and I'll do this on stream. I won't do this separately. We'll go through the rest of the characters and then maybe go online and fight some random people. So we'll go ahead and go back. Give you stock. Before we do that, I'm going to go refill my water bottle. I will be back in a sec. I'm going to go to the loading screen. And then we'll jump back in and we'll do some AI matches and practice a little bit. And that'll wrap up the session for today. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. All right, let me jump back to the layout, and I'm going to turn the game music back on so we can hear the different themes. All right, we'll go stock.
Select your fighter. Top.
Random CPU.
Them. Select your arena.
And we'll go random stages. You get a chance to see some of the other ones since we played SpongeBob for the entire time so far.
Top versus them. Play nice. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, what a hit!
Is that a persistent hazard?
Results are in, and the winner is Top.
I wonder if I can add additional stocks.
Versus
5 stock
them.
instead of 3.
Play nice.
No, we'll do another round.
3, 2, 1, go!
Changing terrain with the stuff appearing around you is interesting. Kind of closes in on the stage a little bit.
Major damage.
I need to use the rock projectile more. Ah, I should have aimed for the ledge.
Until next time, winner.
Alright, let's see if we can tweak the settings. Oh, maybe not.
Select your brawler.
Oh, rules. Stock 5.
Select your brawler. Top. Reptar.
Put the CPU on 9. See how difficult they are.
Select your stage. Top versus Reptar. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fight!
should have gone for the platform. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, Peter's definitely more confident at max level. Boom. That would actually clear me. Get out of here. All right, that's definitely no challenge.
Results are in, and the winner is Reptar. Versus Reptar.
All right, let's try that again.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, Brawl!
Oh. Hit me.
Oh, what a hit!
Go for the flip kick. Got whacked for it. Get out of here. Get out of there. Oh, it's pretty recovery.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh. No invincibility there. I think Reptar might actually be faster on normals than top.
Perfect.
Whew. Alright, level 9 computer. Definitely more of a challenge.
Versus Reptar.
We do one more and then maybe I'll go online and see if I can find some random people to fight.
3, 2, 1.
I'll most likely get smoked even harder. Should've gone for the platform. There's nothing under the platform. I thought there was like a tunnel under there you can jump on. Ah.
The results are in, and the winner is Reptar.
Brutal. I guess we'll see how online works for this game. Oh, player profile. Alright, assuming these different icons are unlocked through doing content. Quick play.
Select your
I wonder how
brawler.
many people this is.
Select your arena.
A one-on-one? Quick play might be one-on-one. I guess we'll find out. Wonder how many people are out there playing this game. It just came out yesterday. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, Leo.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, it's a little laggy. that person was pulling
And the
from.
winner is Leonardo.
Let's see if we can get another one. Get a little bit better connection.
Fighter. Select your arena.
Now this game does have rollback net code, so I'm really curious to see how it overall plays.
3, 2, 1, fight!
That's better than the last one.
Major damage. Perfect.
Whoops, we got on the platform again.
Nice.
I think I've done this one.
Complete.
Yeah. This game definitely moves fast with what they're doing.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know where the edge of the platform was.
That's gotta hurt.
Need to get better at timing that. Down heavy.
Oh, what a hit.
Some recovery. I think that can just let me win. Alright, we'll see if we can get one more good match and then we'll wrap it up for today. Let's do it again.
Get ready. 3,
better stage.
2, 1. Dance.
Ow.
That's gotta hurt. That's that. The results are in, and the winner is
Pain.
SpongeBob.
Now we'll see if this guy gets bored of beating the stuffing out of me. Oh, somebody different. I wonder if they can see my picks. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna guess not. It'll only show once. Once they actually pick their character. Hey, Edward. You're just in time to watch me get smoked by probably another person.
Oh, what a hit.
Ow.
That's gotta hurt.
We'll at least get one. Nope.
That's that. The results are in, and the winner
Now we're getting matches faster now.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, Brawl! Critical hit!
Alright. Spider-Man's still alive. Surprised I'm still alive.
That's gotta hurt. Critical hit! Until next time, the winner!
Speed. Uh-oh.
Play nice. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that's fast.
That's gotta hurt. Oh, nice.
Wow. I guess if people know what they're doing in this game, they move super fast. It's pretty nuts.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Guess that was the homie stock.
Perfect.
He's trying to get the snap on me. Oops. No more recovery.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Man, those air cross-ups.
Oh, what a hit! The results are in, and the winner is
I'll keep fighting this guy for a
Nigel
bit.
Thornberry.
Good practice to play against someone who knows what they're doing, I guess. I'll do one more and then I'll wrap up. My eyes are getting tired. I wonder if these are all experienced Smash players that are out here playing this game. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, haven't fought this person yet. Ren and Stimpy main? Oh, that'll be interesting.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Ooh, thought I was dead there. Ah, close.
The results are in, and the winner is Ren and Stimpy.
Uh-oh. I think the hardest spanking I've gotten so far has been from Nigel.
3, 2, 1, fight!
I'm surprised I won that.
And the winner is Tom.
All right, this will be the last one.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right. I think that'll do it for today's look at Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Next time we stream this one, I'll go look through the rest of the cast and explore their moves, and we'll probably go do more online matches. Overall, the game's fun. Again, I'm not a die-hard Smash player, a lot of experience, but the game feels pretty good. Again, I think the overall presentation and graphics is kind of mediocre. With a little more polish, I think it'd be a bit better, and voice acting, but it feels good. And I can see the competitive scene is going to be bananas for this one because, as you'll see, the people who know what they're doing absolutely destroyed me. It's super, super fast. So I'll need to get used to that when we play this some more. But it was fun. We'll be doing some more with this game. I do want to look at another fighting game that came out recently. We'll have to figure out the order I'm going to work on these games. But yeah, we'll return to All-Star Brawl soon. I want to do some more work with it and get better at the game. But until next time, once again, thanks to all the folks who stopped by and hung out today. We'll definitely be getting back together soon. I think tomorrow's the next stream. I think it's a drawing stream tomorrow. I gotta go look at the schedule. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Have a good evening. See you later, Penguin Party. Take it easy, man. I'll catch you guys later.